Hello folks, it's August the 18th, 2016. It's about 2:15 in the afternoon. I'm going to try to shoot another crankbait crappie trolling video. It's school has started here, so the lake traffic has diminished some. There's still some traffic out there, but it shouldn't be as bad as earlier in the summer. I'm going to try yet another new method that I have no knowledge about, but kind of playing along as I go. I've got my camera mounted on a tripod, but I also, as you can see, have my GoPro now on a chest harness. I'm going to try to film with both cameras, see if I can edit them in together. I know I look like a dork. I can hear all the jokes now. You don't need the camera to look like a dork, but at any rate, the sacrifices I make to try to bring you a good video. So anyway, I know you didn't tune in to listen to me babble. I know you want to watch some fishing videos, and I want to do some fishing. So let's get started. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get started. I haven't been on the lake for, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 weeks. I have no idea what these fish are doing. The water temperature is 88.4 degrees. I just know typically this time of year and under these conditions, I do better with Bandit 300s, which I throw out as far as I can. I can usually get them down about 20 feet deep maximum. They run anywhere from 15 to 20. That's usually the ticket. That's what we're going to do today. I've got 6 Bandit 300s. Going to see what happens. Go from there. Actually, I said I was using 6 Bandits. I have one Bomber Model 6A and 5 Bandit 300s. I'm going to be trolling at about 1.6 miles per hour. That's just my go-to speed. It's typically the speed that I catch fish at. I'll vary it sometimes, but it seems like I always end up getting back right at that 1.6 mile an hour speed. A lot of people have asked me about my equipment, and as you can see, I'm fishing with 6 Daiwa reels. These reels they don't make anymore. I bought these reels back in the early to mid 80s when I was getting into some serious bass fishing. I was fishing on the BASS circuit. I bought these reels and I have put literally thousands of hours on them, and you just can't tear them up. They just don't wear out. So I just keep fishing them. I love them. These rods I have in this boat are some inexpensive cherry wood Berkeley cherry wood rods, medium action, 7 feet long. They're like I say, they're very inexpensive, but they seem to do a real good job. I painted the tips of them a yellow color to see them a little better, although I'm not sure that's really necessary. I'm running 8-pound Mr. Crappie or Wally Marshall yellow line, and that's pretty much my setup. There's a fish. Didn't take very long. If it's a crappie, it feels like a good one. See if we can get it up on the surface. Yeah, it's a crappie, and it is a good one. Oh yes, nice. That was on a, I think they call that a chartreuse shad 300 Bandit. Take a look. That fish is 12 inches long. Nice fish. Good way to start the day. Put it in the box. It's number 1. There's a fish. Same bait, same rod. May have to switch to all that color if this keeps going. If that's a crappie. Nope. Well, Yeah? No? White bass. Even the white bass like the chartreuse shad. There's another one, same bait. Oh, that's not a crappie, I don't believe. I hope it is, it'll be a good one. I'm betting another white bass. Or a catfish. Oh, what? Largemouth. Even they like the chartreuse shad. They're fighters. Hey, this is a crappie fishing show. What are you doing here? Been a many a day in a bass tournament. I'd like to have that fish. Not a monster, but it's a keeper. I'm sure it's over 15. Yep, about 16. Oh, is that a fish? Bet it is. Yeah, I feel like a little bitty one. Surely it's not still there. I think that's on that Norman's. I think the bait's bigger than the fish. That little bluegill. Look at that. Now I want you to look at the size of that bait and the size of that fish. You think these fish aren't aggressive? Perfect size to get a hook in your hand. That's that Bomber 6A in that color, and I'll tell you, I've caught a lot of crappie on that in this lake. It seems to dive somewhere between what a 200 will dive and a 300 will dive, and the crappie like that color. Another one on that chartreuse shad 300. That one feels pretty good. Foul hooked. I can tell the way it's circling around. Got her up, ski her in. That'll keep. Not the biggest crappie I've ever caught in my life, but it's a keeper. Let's see, what do we got? Well, it's 11 inches long. You know, it's hard to tell how big they were when they're floating on the top of that grease. That's 2. It's I'll try to keep track of the time as we go along so you can kind of judge what we're doing here. It's now 10 minutes until 3, so we've been fishing for about 40 minutes. It's certainly not overpowering action, but we're just getting started. We'll figure them out. Oh, reeling them in to make a move, and I've got one out here. Guess what color? I think it's the old 6A Bomber I was telling you about. There's another one. That's on the Chartreuse shad. The 6A may be gone. No, it's there. It's a keeper, but not very big. See what's on this one. Oh yeah, it's a pretty good fish. A little pocket right in there. I'll have to remember that. Oh, that's the 6A, and that's a good one. That was the chartreuse shad I had the first one on. Not too bad. 6A bomber. Let's see what we got here. 12 and a half. Almost, yeah, 12 and 3/4. If you want to jump, I'm going to let you jump right in the pot here. There's the little one on the chartreuse shad. Getting right out here in the middle of the lake, probably get run over. Not very big. This number 4. 10 inches, 10 and a quarter. It's, man, do I have one on there? No, it's 3 o'clock. Okay, we've made a move. I'm in the back of another cove. I've actually replaced 2 of my baits with 2 more of those chartreuse shad. It seemed like they were biting that pretty good on the first go around, so we'll see what happens. This fishing trip is dedicated to my old bass fishing buddy Mike Kelsey. He passed a few weeks ago. We spent many a days together in a boat bass fishing. Cancer got him. We had a little service down here a couple of weeks ago. Mike was cremated, and his wish was to have his ashes spread on the lake. We did that, so I think he'll kind of watch out for us today, and this is dedicated to him. Oh, Mikey was, his name was Mike too, and I called him Mikey. He called me Mikey. He was always good for a laugh, and he had the best attitude anybody I've ever known. No matter how bad the fishing was, or no matter what went wrong, old Mikey would always look at you and say, "Well, Mikey, you know, it's better than a swift kick in the nuts." Pardon my language, but that was Mikey, and it'd always bring a smile to my face, and we'd keep fishing. So here's to you, Mikey. Well, there's fish. Well, if it is, it's not very big. Come on up. There it is, boy. It's not big. But look what color it's on. Chartreuse shad. They're liking that today. Another fish, same bait, same rod. Come on up. Coming across the others. I think it's crappie. Yep. Well, is it? Yep. Same bait. Ten and a half. 10.5 inches. Good eater. Don't you all run out and buy all the chartreuse shad before I can buy some more. I'm graphing some fish about 30 feet deep, so I'm going to run this tadpole let out about 150 feet of line. I'm going to run just a 100 series Bandit behind it. See if we can get it down about 30 feet and see if we can pick up any fish down there. Oh, got a fish on this one. Oh, messing around that line counter and getting this one wrapped up. Okay, I'll give you one guess on what color. Same rod, same bait. This bait must have a little mojo about it. Maybe it's holding its mouth right. As my dad used to tell me when I was a kid, I wouldn't be catching anything. He'd say, son, you're not holding your mouth right. So maybe this bait's holding its mouth right. Thought I saw this one twitch just a little bit. And I see why. It's not big, but another keeper, and guess what? It's the other chartreuse shad. Starting to make a believer out of me. Oh, fish out here. And got two fish in the boat and another one on. That's the way I like it. Got to run the boat, fish flopping at my feet. Boy, life's tough. This one may be gone. Dilly-dallying around too much. Yep. Huh. Chartreuse shad. Nine 3/4. Ten and a half. Not monsters, but we're starting to put a team together. We'll be ready to play in the grease bowl in no time. I forgot to give you the time. It's 3:34. We have 7 fish. What did I say? We started about 2:10, 2:15. There's a fish, been on there for a while. He's on the top and I didn't even know it. Got me wrapped up. Oh, I think he's wrapped up in that tadpole. Makes him feel real heavy. I think he's a 3-pounder. Hey, he's on something other than chartreuse shad. Fish is 10 and a half. Number 8. Oh, got one over here on the other side. Doesn't feel too bad. Come on. Come to surface. There you go. Now come to Papa. There we go. I'll be chartreuse shad. I don't know if you're tired of hearing it, but I'm not tired of saying it. Ten and a half inches. It's 337. Guess where I'm going tomorrow? I'm buying some more chartreuse shad. And the beauty is, I'm gonna have them bought before you see this video. Changing the battery out on my GoPro. I think I got a fish on the tadpole, wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna make a turn here in this cove, go back, and I'm actually I got another rod out and put a chartreuse shad on the spinning rod. It's a 200 series. See if they want something just a little bit shallower. I was thinking they weren't gonna hit this tadpole. They weren't that deep, but we'll see what we've got here. Oh yeah. Nice crappie. On the tadpole. There was one down there 30 feet deep. Got one over here. Lay that one down, see what we have here. Not a monster, but it's okay. Chartreuse shad. Right at 10 inches. 10 incher. Eleven and a half on the tadpole. I guess that's 9. It's 347. Yep. Thought I saw one bounce out of the corner of my eye. I'm not even going to say it. Eleven and a half. Oh, there's a fish. Had a mess. I'm sitting here messing with my mess and got a fish. It's on that secret bait. Man. Almost 11 inches. Not going to tell you. Oh, that actually is not the chartreuse shad. That is a what they call a splatterback. Sort of white, chartreuse belly, black splatter on the top. That's a good bait too. I've caught a lot of crappie in this lake on that. Okay, it's 4:02. We've got 13 fish in the box, so hasn't been too bad a day. There's the fish. Trying to turn the boat and miss the jet ski. It's a good one. Imagine that. There's another fish. Good fish. I saw a big wad of shad as we came across that cove making that turn. I tell you, you find the shad, you'll find the fish. Guess what? Wow. That's a limit, folks. It's 4:05. What did we start? 2:10, 2:15? $12-incher. That's a pretty good one. $11 inches. The other one was 11 inches. Okay, folks, that's going to wrap it up for today. We had a pretty good day, actually. It's just been 2 hours right now since we took off. We've had our limit for about 10 minutes, so about an hour and 50 minutes. We had our limit. Hadn't been fishing in weeks. Just came out, got in a cove where I've caught some fish before. That chartreuse shad obviously was the bait today. I've caught a lot of fish on that bait in this lake, but don't get stuck on it all the time. There are days when that's not the bait. There will be other colors. It just, from day to day, it changes. So go out, put a variety of colors on. They start hitting one bait, switch over to it, end up with it. Some days it doesn't seem to matter what the color is. You get lots of bites on everything, and some days they won't bite anything. So you just have to go experiment, switch out the colors as you go. It's been a good time. I'm going to go to the house. I'm down here by myself. My wife's home working. Thank you, honey, allowing me to come out here and do this. That's great. I'm going to go to the house. I'm going to clean these fish. I'm going to keep about 4 fillets out. I'm going to freeze the rest for a fish fry later. I'm going to take those 4 to the house, put them on the grill. I'm going to grill them up, trying to stay a little healthy. Get me a piece of bread, good old homegrown mater, as they say down where I'm from, and slice it up. A little mayonnaise on my bread, put my crappie fillets on there, and I'm going to have me a crappie sandwich. Good cold beer. Man, life is good. Thanks for being with me. See you next time.